Start by understanding what a supply chain actually is. Imagine a network that connects raw materials, manufacturers, warehouses, and finally stores at your doorstep. Every product you use, from your morning coffee to your smartphone, travels through a complex web of suppliers, transporters, and retailers. This network is the supply chain, and it's essential for delivering goods efficiently and on time. When everything runs smoothly, we hardly notice it. But when disruptions occur, the effects can ripple through the entire economy, impacting businesses and consumers alike. Supply chain disruptions can seem distant, but they affect everyone. When a link in the chain breaks, like a factory closing or a shipping delay, products become scarce, prices rise, and businesses struggle to keep up. These disruptions can be caused by natural disasters, political events, or even sudden spikes in demand. The impact is felt not just by companies, but by everyday people who may find empty shelves or higher costs for essential. Understanding why these disruptions matter helps us appreciate the complexity behind the products we rely on. There are many reasons why supply chains get disrupted. Natural disasters like hurricanes or earthquakes can damage factories and roads. Political instability such as trade wars or sanctions can halt the flow of goods. Even unexpected events like pandemics can shut down entire regions, making it impossible for products to move. Each cause creates unique challenges, and often several factors combine to create a perfect storm. Recognizing these common causes helps businesses prepare and adapt, but it's not always possible to predict every risk. Natural disasters are one of the most unpredictable causes of supply chain disruptions. Floods, earthquakes, and hurricanes can destroy infrastructure, delay shipments, and even halt production entirely. For example, a major earthquake in a manufacturing hub can stop the flow of parts needed for cars or electronics. These events often have a domino effect, causing delays and shortages far from the disaster zone. Companies must quickly adapt, finding new routes or suppliers to keep goods moving, but recovery can take weeks or even months. Pandemics like COVID-19 have shown how vulnerable global supply chains can be. When factories close to protect workers or when borders shut to prevent the spread of disease, the movement of goods slows dramatically. Essential products such as medical supplies and food can become scarce. The effects are felt worldwide as companies scramble to adjust production and delivery schedule. Health crises highlight the need for flexibility and resilience in supply chains, as well as the importance of planning for unexpected events. Political instability can disrupt supply chains in many ways. Trade wars, tariffs, and sanctions can make it difficult or expensive to move goods between countries. Sudden changes in government policy can halt shipments or force companies to find new suppliers. For example, a new tariff on imported steel can increase costs for car manufacturers, leading to higher prices for consumers. Political risks are hard to predict, and companies must stay informed and agile to respond quickly when changes occur. Labor shortages are another major cause of supply chain disruptions. When there aren't enough workers in factories, warehouses, or transportation, goods can't move as quickly or efficiently. This can be due to strikes, illness, or simply a lack of available workers. For instance, a shortage of truck drivers can delay deliveries, causing products to pile up in warehouses and leading to empty shelves in stores. Addressing labor shortages often requires better working conditions, higher wages, or investment in automation. Transportation is the backbone of any supply chain. When trucks, ships, or planes are delayed or unavailable, products can't reach their destinations on time. Traffic jams, port congestion, and even weather can cause significant delays. For example, a blocked shipping canal can hold up thousands of containers, affecting businesses around the world. Companies must constantly monitor transportation networks and have backup plans to keep goods moving, even when unexpected problems arise. Modern supply chains rely heavily on technology for tracking, communication, and coordination. When systems fail due to cyberattacks, software bugs, or power outages, operations can grind to a halt. For example, a cyberattack on a shipping company can disrupt deliveries for weeks. Technology failures highlight the importance of cybersecurity and regular system maintenance. Companies must invest in secure, reliable systems and have contingency plans in place to recover quickly from any disruptions. Sometimes disruptions are caused by sudden spikes in demand. When everyone wants the same product at once, like toilet paper during a pandemic, supply chains can't keep up. Factories and warehouses may not have enough stock, and transportation networks become overwhelmed. These demand surges can lead to shortages and higher prices. Companies try to predict demand, but unexpected events can make this difficult. Flexibility and quick decision-making are key to managing these situations. Globalization has made supply chains more complex and interconnected. Products often travel across multiple countries before reaching consumers. While this allows for lower costs and greater variety, it also means that disruptions in one part of the world can have far-reaching effects. For example, a factory shutdown in Asia can delay products in Europe or America. Companies must balance the benefits of global sourcing with the risks of international disruption. Many companies use a strategy called just-in-time inventory, where goods arrive exactly when needed, reducing storage costs. While efficient, this approach leaves little room for error. If a shipment is delayed, production can stop and shelves can go empty. Just-in-time works well when everything runs smoothly, but it's vulnerable to disruptions. Some companies are now rethinking this strategy, building up reserves to better handle unexpected events. Disruption in one part of the supply chain can quickly spread. For example, if a key component is delayed, an entire product line may be affected. This can lead to shortages, higher prices, and lost sales. The ripple effects can extend to other industries as companies scramble to find alternatives. Understanding these connections helps businesses plan for and respond to disruptions more effectively. Businesses face many challenges when supply chains are disrupted. They may struggle to get the materials they need, leading to production delays and lost revenue. Some companies may have to shut down temporarily or find new suppliers. The financial impact can be significant, especially for small businesses with limited resources. Adapting to disruptions often requires quick thinking, creative solutions, and sometimes tough decisions. Consumers feel the effects of supply chain disruptions in many ways. Products may be out of stock, prices may rise, and delivery times may increase. Everyday items from groceries to electronics can become harder to find. These challenges can be frustrating, especially when they affect essentials. Understanding the reasons behind these shortages can help consumers be more patient and adaptable during tough times. Food supply chains are especially vulnerable to disruptions. Weather events, labor shortages, and transportation delays can all affect the availability of fresh produce and other essentials. For example, a drought can reduce crop yields, while a shortage of truck drivers can delay deliveries to stores. These challenges can lead to higher prices and limited choices for consumers. Ensuring a stable food supply requires careful planning and coordination across the entire chain. Ethical supply chains are critical for public health. Disruptions can lead to shortages of essential items like medicines, masks, and equipment. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many countries struggled to secure enough medical supplies. These shortages can put lives at risk and strain healthcare systems. Building more resilient medical supply chains is a top priority for governments and companies worldwide. Automotive industry relies on a vast network of suppliers for parts and materials. Disruptions like a shortage of computer chips can halt production lines and delay new car deliveries. These challenges can lead to higher prices and fewer choices for consumers. Automakers are now looking for ways to diversify their supply chains and reduce their dependence on single sources. Electronics are another sector heavily affected by supply chain disruptions. Many devices rely on components made in just a few countries. When factories close or shipments are delayed, products like smartphones, laptops, and gaming consoles become scarce. This can lead to long wait times and higher prices. Companies are now exploring ways to make their supply chains more flexible and less vulnerable to disruption. Retailers and e-commerce companies depend on reliable supply chains to keep shelves stocked and fulfill online orders. Disruptions can lead to empty shelves and delayed deliveries, frustrating customers. Companies are investing in better forecasting, inventory management, and alternative suppliers to minimize the impact of disruptions. The goal is to keep products available and customers satisfied, even during challenging times. Resilience is the key to surviving supply chain disruptions. Companies are learning to build more flexible and adaptable supply chains by diversifying suppliers, increasing inventory, and investing in technology. These strategies help businesses respond quickly to unexpected events and recover faster. Building resilience isn't easy, but it's essential for long-term success in a world full of uncertainty. Relying on a single supplier can be risky. If that supplier faces a disruption, the entire supply chain can be affected. Companies are now working to diversify their supplier base, sourcing materials and products from multiple regions. This approach reduces risk and helps ensure a steady flow of goods, even if one source is disrupted. Technology plays a vital role in modern supply chains. Advanced tracking, data analytics, and automation help companies monitor shipments, predict disruptions, and respond quickly. Investing in technology can make supply chains more efficient and resilient. For example, real-time tracking allows companies to reroute shipments when problems arise, minimizing delays and keeping customers happy. Sustainability is becoming increasingly important in supply chain management. Companies are under pressure to reduce their environmental impact by sourcing responsibly, reducing waste, and cutting emissions. Disruptions can make these goals harder to achieve, as companies may need to find new suppliers or transportation methods quickly. Balancing sustainability with resilience is a growing challenge for businesses worldwide. Governments play a crucial role in managing supply chain disruptions. They can provide support through policy changes, financial aid, and infrastructure improvements. During major crises, governments may coordinate with businesses to ensure the flow of essential goods. Effective government response can help stabilize supply chains and protect consumers from the worst effects of disruption. Consumers also adapt to supply chain disruptions in creative ways. They may switch brands, try new products, or adjust their shopping habits. Some people turn to local suppliers or buy in bulk to avoid shortages. These changes can influence the market, encouraging companies to become more flexible and responsive to consumer needs. Looking ahead, supply chains are likely to become even more digital and data-driven. Companies will use artificial intelligence, blockchain, and other technologies to improve visibility and efficiency. There will also be a greater focus on sustainability and resilience, as businesses learn from past disruptions. The future of supply chains will be shaped by innovation and the ongoing need to adapt to a changing world. Recent disruptions have taught companies and consumers valuable lessons. Flexibility, communication, and planning are more important than ever. Businesses are investing in better forecasting, stronger relationships with suppliers, and more robust contingency plans. These lessons will help supply chains become more resilient and better prepared for whatever challenges come next. Behind every supply chain are people, workers, drivers, managers, and more. Their dedication and problem-solving skills keep goods moving even in tough times. Recognizing the human element reminds us that supply chains are not just about technology and logistics, but also about teamwork and resilience. Supporting workers and valuing their contributions is essential for building stronger, more reliable supply chains. Supply chain disruptions are a fact of life in our interconnected world. By understanding the causes and impacts, businesses and consumers can better prepare for future challenges. Building resilience, investing in technology, and supporting workers are all crucial steps. As we move forward, staying adaptable and proactive will help ensure that goods keep flowing, even when the unexpected happens.